A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
DreamWorks Animation's The Bad Guys. In The Bad Guys, the villainous Mr.
Wolf talks his crew out of jail during a heist and suggests that they try a gambit of redemption under the watchful eye of Professor Marmalade, a philanthropist who is secretly playing guinea pig. Although he secretly assures his friends that it is all part of a long con, Mr.
Wolf eventually discovers that this tingle of goodness is addictive. Characters.
Based on Aaron Blabey's best-selling book series, The Bad Guys introduces a cast of talking animal characters. Sam Rockwell, Craig Robinson, Anthony Ramos, and Mark Maron are among the all-star voice cast for the film.
Other notable characters include Mr. Snake, Anthony Ramos, Ms.
Tarantula Aquafina, and Mr. Shark Craig Robinson.
Animated filmmakers have spent 3 years perfecting the characters in The Bad Guys. With their colorful palette, bright visuals, and sharp details, the animation in this movie rivals that of modern animated films such as Pixar and Disney.
The Bad Guys storyline will quickly make these characters a child's favorite superheroes. Through their journey to accept each other and save the world, the characters in the film will inspire hope, love, and acceptance.
As with many animated films, The Bad Guys features a wide cast of characters, including the infamous Jack and Sally, 2 females, and a male robot. Although many of the characters have criminal pasts, their story is ultimately about redemption and turning a new leaf.
Listed below are some of the main characters of the movie, ranked by villainousness. Animation.
The DreamWorks Animation Studio will release its next movie based on a children's book series, The Bad Guys, on April 22. The movie follows the adventures of a group of animals who become criminals and run amok in cities like New York and Los Angeles.
The movie's new trailer shows more of the film's visual originality. The Bad Guys is safe for kids and is a welcome departure from the typical Disney animated film.
While the film is based on the Aaron Blabey books, its stylized appearance challenges traditional animation techniques. Animation supervisor Jellyfish Pictures created the film's characters and provided additional asset production services.
The animation in The Bad Guys isn't the most sophisticated in terms of realism, but it is still fun and a promising calling card for Paraphil as an animation director. While the movie isn't as visually stunning as some of the Marvel superheroes, it will appeal to kids and their parents.
The Bad Guys are an all-star gang of criminal animals who engage in brazen thefts and evading authorities. Their goal in the movie is to steal a prized Golden Dolphin Award from Professor Rupert Marmalade IV.
While the heist goes well, the film manages to make the role of the cartoon animals more appealing. Mr.
Snake, for example, sheds his skin every few minutes, and the misanthropic Mr. Snake becomes an ally.
Action sequences. The third act of The Bad Guys begins with an action sequence which builds on the seeds planted in the first act.
Stylish action sequences are complemented by clever plot twists. A constant shift in power and tongue-in-cheek cons mark the final act.
Action scenes in The Bad Guys are sure to impress fans of the genre. In addition to being well acted and entertaining, The Bad Guys will also provide the viewer with a lot of memorable dialogue.
The action sequences in The Bad Guys are beautifully animated, with slick, well-edited scenes. While the movie's tone is distinctly cartoonish, the film does embrace the ridiculous premise and uses a warm color palette that emphasizes red, black, and gold.
While many films rely on computer-generated imagery, The Bad Guys is an exception to the rule. The movie also takes great liberties with its animation style.
While action sequences are an integral part of a story, they can also be used to develop characters. However, action scenes are only as good as the narrative leading up to them.
If the audience does not care about the characters, the action scene will fall flat and void of any emotion. For example, in the Fallout film, the villain holds a sharpened pike inches from Ethan's neck.
This action scene is one of the most memorable action sequences in recent years. Storyline.
The Bad Guys is a new animated film from DreamWorks Animation. The story revolves around 5 notorious animal outlaws, and the budget is $1 million.
The film received positive reviews from critics and demonstrated its ability to muscle up audiences. The film earned a grade A from CinemaScore, a film critic's equivalent of an A- on a scale of 1 to 10.
However, while the story is entertaining and the animation is dazzling, it doesn't live up to expectations. The storyline of The Bad Guys is a fun family film for children.
The cast is a mix of familiar faces from the comic books and the superhero genres, but the plot twists are unexpected. As expected from an animated movie, the bad guys have many secrets and are never quite sure what's going to happen.
Aside from the villains, the good guys are always on the prowl, and they are more than willing to do anything to get ahead. Bad Guys was originally scheduled to be released in 2021.
However, the pandemic that caused the outbreak of COVID-19 delayed the movie's release date. It was delayed to April 22, 2022.
Regardless, audiences will be able to see the movie on April 22, 2022. It's not too early to start getting excited about this film.
There are still some questions you may have, but there's no need to worry. You can expect it to be great and will leave you wanting more.
Sam Rockwell. A new trailer for The Bad Guys, a heist comedy based on the popular children's book series, has arrived.
Rockwell plays Mr. Wolf, one of the movie's two main villains.
The film also features Mark Maron as a self-loathing snake. The movie is sure to have fans clamoring for more.
You can watch the trailer below. Read on to learn more about the gang's history and meet its villains.
The first trailer of The Bad Guys showed a group of gangsters trying to pull off a heist. The second trailer revealed that they get caught during the heist.
The initial plan is a ruse to carry out the heist, but Mr. Wolf's crew soon realizes that he is a good guy and starts to question his methods.
They are edgy and unreliable, but they do not let this stop them. Bad Guys is the first new DreamWorks property since Abominable in 2019.
Up until now, the studio has mostly made sequels to franchises. The company is hoping for a sequel, or at the very least a sequel, to the next Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, or How to Train Your Dragon.
The movie hits theaters on April 22, 2022, so you'll have plenty of time to prepare for the film if you're a fan of the popular children's book series.
Mark Maron. Comedian Mark Maron has lent his voice to the character Mr.
Snake in the new DreamWorks animation film, The Bad Guys. Based on a popular scholastic book series, The Bad Guys follows a gang of animal outlaws who rob banks and steal cars.
Starring Sam Rockwell, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Maron makes a surprisingly effective villain. The film's art style is stunning and its storyline is mature enough to tackle real issues.
The movie follows a group of thieves led by Mr. Wolf.
The ensemble cast is diverse, ranging from Mark Maron and Sam Rockwell to Awkwafina and Anthony Ramos. Even though it's a dark comedy, Maron's presence is undeniable.
The Bad Guys is in theaters now and can be seen on Netflix. Bad Guys are a crime-fighting crew that includes a safecracker, disguise master, muscle med hacker, and a nerdy computer geek.
The team is under the mentorship of Professor Marmalade, an arrogant guinea pig. But as the film progresses, Mr.
Wolf begins to believe that doing good for real might lead to acceptance. Ultimately, his new team is reunited to save the world from the evil bad guys.
Awkwafina. The Bad Guys is a 2022 American computer-animated comedy film that was produced by DreamWorks Animation and distributed by Universal Pictures.
It stars Sam Rockwell, Mark Maron, Awkwafina, Anthony Ramos, Zazie Beetz, and Lily Singh. The film is based on their and Blabey children's book series.
The Bad Guys is directed by Pierre Perifel and is based on the Aaron Blabey children's books. The Bad Guys features Mark Maron, Awkwafina, Sam Rockwell, Mark Maron, Anthony Ramos, Awkwafina and Lily Singh.